Suppose you're sitting. It's okay. We have a couple of newcomers who may not know why we sit. Does anyone know why we sit? It's not a trick question. So the purpose of meditation, many of you are shy. The purpose of meditation is to develop concentration and clarity. Most of our kind of mental environment is fragmented, cloudy, or scattered. And most of us are subjected to the comings and goings, the whims of our thoughts, without any autonomy, really. So if thoughts tend to be self-disparaging, angry, then we just become that. So it's like a puppet on strings. So the thought goes this way, we become that. Thoughts goes that way, we become that. And where do thoughts come from? Interaction with the environment. And as we all know, the environment is unstable, stressful, unpredictable. Hence, we have a lot of anxieties, unrest. So, essentially, we are giving our sense of well-being and peace to something that's unstable. Is that a good investment? If you talk in terms of stocks or something, right? But there is something that is stable. There is peace, untethered to the external environment. And that is, we have the ability, through the cultivation of our minds, to gain some clarity, some mastery, so we can be our own masters. So our happiness is no longer invested in something that's just comes and go, unstable, fragmented, scattered, or something in the external environment. So, where do we invest the mind? We understand the mind's own nature, our potential. Even in the midst of wandering thoughts, scattered thoughts, there's something liberating. There's something fresh about that. That moment to moment liberation of the mind. So that nature of the mind, as opposed to the content of the mind, the nature of the mind is freedom. Even in the midst of angry thoughts. It is because of our own attachment. We're the one reifying, solidifying, attaching to sustain the angry thoughts. But the thoughts, its own nature, is to change, is to be free. Does that make sense? The true nature of who we are is so much more than the contents. that's fragmented, scattered. There's so much more. And that change, you could call it possibility. You could call it potential. And that potential can be developed for compassion. Something that's beneficial for oneself and for others. So the simple exercise of sitting meditation has all that potential. The point is not to struggle with the wandering thoughts, boredom, or this and that. The point is to, first step, not to be dictated by the thoughts. Why am I doing here? This is boring. Oh, today's lunch was pretty good. This and okay. Just allow them to free themselves. Then slowly, if you meditate long enough, correctly, something transpires within you. Your relationship with your thoughts and feelings actually start to change. Before, we're just dictated like puppets on strings. You think about this, you become sad. Think about that, you become, excited. Something happens to this relationship. Just that simple exercise of recognition. Wandering thoughts, bring it back. That peace. So you develop a sense of peace that's independent from the comings and going of thoughts. And then that will start to rub off, and that will start to translate to daily actions. The more we examine into the nature of our thoughts, our mind, the more we can discover its potential for good. And we can utilize what we're born with for the benefit of ourselves and others. Does that make sense? So that's why you guys are here. In case you don't know that. But any questions from today's sitting? Okay. No?